Welcome inside of Worcester Ice Center. Today's the second game of two between the Worcester Blades and the Markham Thunder. Thunder taking a 7-1 win yesterday, and today at 12:30 on this Sunday, a chance for vengeance. Blades have not won a game in 33 tries dating back to last season, hoping to get one win in the column before the end of the season. I'm Max Welpoff, joined today by Jeremy Johnson, Double J, and Jeremy, yesterday, Blades scored first for the first time in a home game. They were unable to stop the onslaught, especially on the power play. 3 power play strikes on 3 tries for the Thunder.
It wasn't the brightest of games, but scoring that first goal was huge, especially on North American ice for the first time. So,
yeah, Demi Crossman had the lone goal yesterday in the contest for Worcester, as we're just about set to get started in period 1. Puck is down. Let's have a little bit of fun here on this Sunday in Worcester. $19.50 to go. We thank you for joining us from the Worcester Ice Center. Blades now turn over here in the slot right to Turner as spinning a shot on. That was Megan Sperling. 16-26, my apologies. Already 30 seconds in and I have misidentified a player. Here comes Jamie Lee Rattray, fresh off, and Lauren Dahm making an interesting tip save on the crossing pattern through the center of the ice. Flipped in by Sperling, and Erica Howe goes to retrieve it behind the net. Chelsea Goldberg smokes her out, and Erin Kickham at the blue line, sending it forward, and it's broken up right in the face-off circle, omitted into the contest. Laura Stacy will dump down, and Lauren Dahm a chance to tee it up. Carrie Atkinson, out of the reach of Jones. Could not connect with Turner. Now Jocelyn LaRock had a few assists in yesterday's contest as Dom stops one at the goal. You feeling okay there, Jeremy?
Yep, very good.
All right, good. 18:55 to go, a scoreless contest to start us off.
The Blades are going to have to get traffic in front of the net if they want to get a goal here today, Max.
Yeah, Erica Howe and Liz Knox both very good when able to see the puck from distance in traffic. It makes it a little bit harder against all-star caliber goaltenders like them. Kickham right along the wall, connecting with Turner, able to escape the stick of Costa, but this pass misfires, and it will be icing as the Thunder win another race.
Erica Howe out of Orleans, Ontario, has a .626 goals against average with a .923 save percentage.
And .262 is really good for this league, especially in a high-scoring league like this one. Up against Montreal, they've probably had their worst defensive games, allowing a lot of goals, but definitely helps when you get to play as often as they do. The dynamic duo in net for them as Brown spills one through and out of the reach of Costa. She'll give chase. 18:30 to go, first period. Costa winds and fires in a arm save for Dom as she had the blocker down to cover up the post. Chelsea Goldberg tip, could not connect. The Thunder have tagged up. They are onside on this play. Costa right through the middle for Jones. And Jones could not get her stick down in time to connect with the shot. 18:10 to go, another stop.
Lauren Dahm on the other side for the Blades out of Baldwinville, New York, has a .524 goals against and an .892 save percentage.
Backing her up today, the starter yesterday, Mariah Fujimagari, making over 40 saves in that contest, as Taryn Harris, off the faceoff win, turned over to Richards. Sperling, up ahead for Anderson. Nicole Anderson, leave it off for Courtney Turner, a shot right into the skates of a Thunder defender. Just 2 minutes gone by here in the first period. Blades keeping it alive for a few seconds. Harris will be able to get in onside. 17:40 to go, still scoreless here. Thunder finally able to get out. Wallace-Chuck in ahead of Webster. Webster chasing down Alexis Miller. Crossman spins and waits. Back for Miller. Long pass missing Greaves, and this will go all the way the length of the ice for icing.
I think that's been the problem for the Blades lately, is once the other team scores a couple goals, it's all downhill. So hopefully they can score first again today like they did yesterday and prevent an explosion like Markham had yesterday.
Markham scored 1 to tie it in the first and then 3 in each subsequent period to put it out of reach, including a final second goal in the third period. Crossman gained the red line, threw it in. Greaves giving chase with Bozak. Becca King and Lauren Williams. This one just barely escaped the zone. The Blades had to tag up. 16:50 to go. Gribbins could not get that pass. King does. In for Miller. Alexis Miller right along the wall off the heel of Sperling's skates. 16:40 to go. Sperling in the offensive end, unable to make the connection with Megan Myers. 16:30 to go. Still no score here from Worcester. Dumped in and nearly right on goal. Blocked by a defender. Now Laura Stacy with some speed up the left wing side. Stacy tracking all the way to the net. Right in the slot. Bach unable to find it. And Chelsea Goldberg keeping it away from pressure. A one and done shift here for the Thunder as the Blades are able to escape the zone. Momentarily, the Thunder are delayed offside here. They finally tag up. Kickham off glass. Turner, and they're still offside here. They get back onside. Kickham for keeping it in. And the Blades are offside. 15:51 to go, first period of action. No penalties, no goals, as we get set to keep going in the second game of the weekend and the final of 4 between these two teams. Right at the red line, Atkinson missing the pass to Turner. Turner will chase down Wallace-Chuck. Turner, the first overall pick 2 summers ago, manages to escape one, but right there to take it away. Markham once again has it. Clearance into the face of Anderson from Costa, as down below us here at the media deck. Anderson sparring with Jones. Kickham comes in support. Jones able to get it free. Carrie Atkinson, and Anderson unable to smash this one out of the zone. 15:12 to go, as Aaron Kickham will usher this one to the red line and tipped off of Greaves. Blades changing their defenders behind the play. Brown, a little bit of daylight here for Costa. Costa backhand pass, and Matucci fanned on it. Crossman crosses up Matucci. Some help from Bozak prevents Crossman from coming in with speed. 5 minutes gone by in the first period. Taken away by Harris. Sends a shot right on, and Howe makes an easy save, keeps play alive. This one, Dom calling for it, and indeed it will be icing as Megan Sperling wins the race. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's the first shot on goal today for Worcester.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, making sure my eyes still somewhat work.
Yes, it is.
14:36 into the first.
The Blades deep in the Markham zone right here. Gonna have to try and rip one past Erica Howe.
Been a tough order on face-offs. A lot of the time it was Markham winning another face-off yesterday. And we don't have the face-off stats necessarily, but just on eye test alone, Markham seemed to win a majority. 14:14 to go. Dumped in, held by Miller right at the blue line. Thunder unable to set up their attack. Her and Goldberg can't keep it very clear. Banked off of McParlin's equipment. Morgan Turner surveying her options. Banking off the glass, Megan Turner got a touch on it. Out of the reach of Fortino. 6 minutes gone by, first period. A scoreless contest here from Worcester. Bozek boards it in. Dom couldn't stop the bouncing puck. Webster moves free and high shot. Webster took a nasty fall late in the third period yesterday, was able to come out, come off the ice on her own power and finish the game. She is playing again today. 13:20 to go, and King holding it in. Markham setting up. Pass across for Fortino, broken up nicely by Turner, and up ahead for Goldberg. Goldberg throws it in, will head off for a change. Goldberg, the home ice leader in goals with 2 this season. She has 2 of the 4 goals scored at home. 13 minutes ago, first period of action. Deep in the Markham end, Courtney Turner chasing it down, as with Megan Greaves. Up ahead, missing Becca King. And spun in by Atkinson. Greaves, a little bit of daylight here, backhand shot. It goes high over the shoulder of Howe. 12:36 to go. Kickham keeping it in. Turner down low, Greaves chasing. Greaves, backhand pass to nobody in particular. The Blades had gone off for a change on the play. Markham emerges out with it, Jocelyn Larocque. Larocque getting around Kickham, lost control of the puck. Now Bach, once more, right off of Larocque as she cut across to get back to point position. Someone lost their stick in the process. Stacy retrieves it. Barbara taken away by Greaves. Larocque and Stacy. The 2 defensive rocks back there for the Markham Thunder. Or Stacy, again, Megan Myers cutting her off, and back official has a penalty call here. This will be a hook. I was going to say she got away with that one, but she did not get away with it. This one came away from the play, though. Caitlin Sperling will head off. And 11:46 to go. Markham went 3 for 3 on the woman advantage yesterday. Got to improve that if you're Worcester.
The Blades are definitely going to have to improve their penalty kill here if they want a shot at winning one of these games.
Megan Turner able to get the first clearance 6 seconds in. Worcester's penalty kill this season, 41 successful kills on 54 tries. They went 0 for 3 yesterday as Markham was able to pad their lead. Richards as the Thunder break in, McParland. Hickey couldn't get a stick on it, now McParland again. 30 seconds gone by in the penalty. Barbara down to Jones. Out in front and unable to get a tip toward the net was Richards. Right at the blue line, held in by Larocque. Out across, great breakup here as Fleming will sky this one all the way down, and Howe forced to make the save. Pass banks off of Kickham's blade. Lauren Williams, she's taken hard into the boards. And this will negate the Markham power play. But right now the concern for the Blades all-star defender as she's able to get up and skate to the bench on her own power.
She got lucky there, Max. That was a hard hit into the boards down the left side. Now Markham has going off for 2 minutes.
So that'll short circuit the power play, and it will be 65 seconds of 4-on-4 action.
Would you call it a successful penalty kill, even though it wasn't a full 2 minutes?
Yes, because it was short circuited. The power play can't happen now.
Right.
Anyhow, Stacy flying up past Kickham right on net, and Fortino skies it wide. Also had Bach in there with it. Laura Fortino emerging, Stacy for Bach. Too many passes, no shot. Bozak from the back end, kick save Dom. Rebound right to Fortino, she couldn't handle it. Wrestled down here and Kickham emerges from it with it. Bozak keeping it in, now Fortino with Bach. Bach trying to get it back to her forehand, the left-handed shot. Bozak again sends it wide on purpose. Stacy behind the net, banked out of there by Morgan Turner. Halfway through the first period of action, no goals to speak of. Atkinson getting it out and runs into the lineswoman and 2 Thunder players. Bach with some speed. Bach toe drag, bar down and in. The Milton Magician up to her tricks again. And if there's someone that 4-on-4 play benefits, it is the speedy Victoria Bach.
Very true.
So that puts Markham on the board to start the game.
Lauren Dom never saw that one coming. That was ripped from the right side.
$9:55 to go in the first. Markham puts themselves on the board with a quick strike. McParland broken up by Williams out there for a shift. Now Anderson, one-on-one. Anderson, a shot, high glove, and a glove save for Howe. Penalties over for Sperling, and this means a full 52 seconds with an offensive zone draw to set up on the power play for Worcester.
They're going to have to get a few shots on goal here if they want to try and score on this power play.
Miller coming down to try to take away the shoot up the boards. She does so successfully, keeping it alive for the power play. Myers at the point. Over for Crossman now, Williams. Williams from center drive, and it goes wide of Howe. Myers picks up the rebound. 30 seconds to go. Miller waits. Pass across for Harris. The Sperling drive from Miller sends it wide and into the safety netting. Out of play.
Hey, Max, does it get hard sometimes with the trifecta of turners that the Blades have?
Oh, it's so hard. There's Courtney, there's Megan, there's Morgan. Morgan's taking the face-off now.
Oddly enough, none of them are related either, which is
this
kind
is
of a
also
fun
true.
story.
Well, it's weird that they all have 3 separate hometowns, so that makes it really easy to tell that they're not related. But having 3 Turners on the ice, at least they don't all have the same number.
Very true.
All right, Goldberg now with Gribbins pinching her in, and this will destroy the remaining seconds of the Worcester power play. Goldberg has the red line, gets it in. Megan Turner with the tip. A 1-0 score here for the Markham Thunder. A 4-on-4 strike from Victoria Bach separates the two teams. King flubs her first attempt, gets it for Gribbins. Gribbins couldn't handle the bouncing puck. Now down low for Aaron Kickham. Kickham right at the red line, she'll hammer one in, and a 5-hole save for Howe. Anderson, trying to get one to the middle. Megan Bozek was the only one there. Fortino spills this one in. She'll head off for a change now. 8 minutes to go in the first. Greaves, backhand for Atkinson. Kick it to herself. Out across and pass broken up here. Blades offside on the play. Anderson doesn't realize it as she gives chase. But now as she tags up, that'll negate the offside play. McParland. Great game yesterday for her. Slides a pass across. And up into the safety netting direct. Courtney Turner sends it right out. Delay a game call. Indeed. Second power play of the day for Markham coming up on the shootout from Courtney Turner. Crossman leaning in on the faceoff. You might be able to notice on her right arm is a new advertisement for the CWHL, the NHLPA. Those were ironed on today. I witnessed most of them being ironed on. McParland. Webster. LaRocque sends a shot on. McParland tips it wide. Webster looking for Richards. Bank it to herself. Now McParland winds and fires, and a save for Dom. .136 to go, and a D-zone face-off once more.
Max, I don't know if you saw it yesterday, but there were quite a few pads from the Markham players' gloves came out missing yesterday, so.
LaRocque right off the face-off win. McParland. Now for LaRocque, wind and fire. It skips wide. Sorry, I'm a little focused right now. I can't respond to the story necessarily.
That's okay.
LaRocque. This is also the first game of the season I'm working with another person, so my timing might be a little off.
That's okay.
McParland. Switching places with Barbara. Keep it for LaRocque at the point. Richards back for LaRocque. Wind up fake. McParland to drive. Deadened on the way by Anderson. McParland swipes it from her. Under 60 to go now in the power play. Barbara, wrist shot on, stop made by the defense in front, and a 200-foot clearance. Markham with the 1-0 lead on a 4-on-4 goal. And Fleming nearly broke up the pass with Bach. Now a chance with Bach once again. Slot. She scores once more. Markham now 1 for 2 on the power play today. 4 for 5 on the weekend. That's their 17th overall power play goal this season.
That power play is lethal for Markham.
Yeah, it's hard to really stop. LaRock at the back end, McParland the one-timer, Bach with her nifty maneuvering. They're a force to be reckoned with come playoff time.
What a save by Dom right there.
And she lays out to stop the rebound. Jones never got a stick to it. Spun in and right off of Turner's skates, a good block. 5:52 to go. Markham has doubled their advantage. Jones runs bowling over Harris. Jones looking up for Costa, and Costa had her space taken away. Dom poking it to the wall. Turner unable to take the pass away from Bozak. Now Costa. Bozak trying to set up for the one-timer. Now Goldberg, a little bit of open ice ahead of her. Looking to send it in. She did not gain the red line, and she won't win this race. Becomes an icing call.
That was the thing with Mariah Fujimagari yesterday. She faced a lot of shots on goal, but had a lot of big saves as well.
And Fujimagari, Dom, Convery, and Ratcliffe have all done their part to keep the Blades in contests. The trouble has been goal scoring this year for Worcester. They carry into today's game a .62 goals per game average. That will not do you justice here in the CWHL with the goal scoring talent. Gribbins switching spots with Stacy, a shot on Dom. An interesting glove save. Not often do you see the goaltender switch the glove in toward her body to make a save. Normally it's switched out.
Right.
But hey, whatever works to make the stop. 5:12 to go, first period. Courtney Turner in on the faceoff with Gribbins, and the former #1 overall pick will win it. Greaves off the boards and out, chasing it down Anderson. She'll touch, and she is offside on the play.
5:01 to go here in the first. Thanks for joining us.
Worcester bench, as I zoom in on them, they are not happy about that. .501 to go, first period. And ties up in the lineswoman's skates. Greaves, it's right underneath her. Turner comes free with it. Wallace-Chuck pokes it away. Anderson, this one's tipped in and she comes off for a change. Greaves, twister pass, never got through to the slot. Natucci off the glass and out, and Kickham will give chase. Penalty coming up on Worcester. As Matucci was wiped out behind the play, they'll rule it for body checking. And the only one applauding right now is the equipment manager, Brent Graham of the Markham Thunder. Third power play chance of the period here for the Thunder. 1 for 2 so far.
This is going to be huge if the Blades can kill off this power play from Markham.
And especially to avoid going down 3-0 in the first. Barbara out top for LaRock. Waits, fires for McParland. She opted to pass on the one-timer instead of shooting it, and Myers able to pass it all the way down to the ice. She was trying to connect with Kristen Richards in the middle of the ice. McParland waits, fires, Dom, another save to stop play. 1:34 to go in the minor penalty for body checking. 4:13 in the period. Pushed out of there by Crossman, right to the blue line. LaRock keeping it alive. LaRock again surveying options, opts to shoot. Save for Dom. Crossman's got it and will get it just out of the zone. LaRock will hold within neutral ice. Richards carries it in onside. Richards again below the dots. McParland now for LaRock. Big blast on the way. Kick save, rebound chance. Never got through to Dom again. Anderson hammers one, and this will go all the way down for Howe to tee off. .3:30 to go first period. A 2-0 score. We thank you for joining us on Worcester Blades YouTube channel as Rattray, broken up, didn't get possession through. Broken up pass right in front. Split save, Lauren Dom. Not out of the woods yet. 34 seconds on the power play, but that was a huge one. Williams right along the wall. Little help from Stacy to get it from Rattray. Now Fortino. Blades reset their box. Wind and fire. Bozak kick out Dom. Stacy spins around Kickham. Rattray out of the reach of Bach. Don't worry, Bozak is there. Now Bach. Final 8 seconds of the power play. Bach again had her pass broken up, and that will do it for the woman advantage. Great kill for the Blades as the quick change Atkinson comes off, Turner comes on. Bach, broken up pass from Fleming, and she is able to emerge out of the offensive zone. That was big.
Huge penalty kill there for Worcester.
Miller for Anderson. For Turner, tape to tape. Now for Greaves, out of her reach. Final 2 minutes of play in the first. A 2-0 lead for the Thunder, the reigning Clarkson Cup champions. Greaves with the turnover out in front. Anderson scores! Give and go with Greaves, and it's 2-1.
That was a huge goal right there for the Blades. That's been the Achilles heel for Worcester all season long, and that was a huge goal right there.
Worcester gets on the board. 1:56 to go in the first.
Hopefully this can start something rolling now, Max, and we'll get a couple more.
Well, between Dom's split save and this goal, Blades, dare I say, maybe grabbing some momentum here.
Has the momentum shifted?
Perhaps. Let's see how the period ends. Tip from Costa goes high over the net. If the period ends like it is now, Worcester would carry a lot into the next period. Greaves a big shot block on the bid from Wallace-Chuck. Anderson, the goal scorer. Right to the red line and no further. Oh, door is open for her as she's able to come in for a change. Held by Brown, banks off of her body. Megan Turner couldn't settle the biscuit. Costa has to wait for Jones to tag up. They're back in onside. Costa, and this one banks off of Turner, though rule no icing as Howe comes out to play it. Final 60 seconds of action in the first. 2-1, the Thunder have the lead, a 4-on-4 goal, a 5-on-4 goal, and for the Blades, an even strength tally. Final 40 seconds of action, roughing up along the wall. Kickham going after it. Now Barbara comes in for it. Poked by Turner for Kickham, right along the kick plate for Gribbins. Takeaway here from Turner, who skies this one to center ice. It skips around LaRock, Chelsea Goldberg, and a death or glory move for Howe. It ends up being glory. Came right out of her net to challenge Goldberg, and Goldberg not fast enough to get to the puck first. Blades keep it in play here. Turner couldn't connect to the centering pass. Final 10 seconds of action. A 2-1 lead for the Thunder as they make one last charge up ice, and that will do it for the first 20 minutes. Well, this is fun. shaping up to be an interesting contest here. The Blades go down quickly 2-1 on a 4-on-4 goal and a power play goal for the Thunder, but a quick strike from Nicole Anderson, and the Blades are right back in this contest.
Hopefully that's a momentum shift for Worcester going back into the second period of action.
Well, we'll be right back after the first intermission. You're listening on Worcester Blades YouTube. Just about getting set now for the second period of action. I'm Max Walpup, joined along by Jeremy Double J Johnson. So, Double J, let me ask you, quick start for the Thunder. They got 2 quick goals from Victoria Bach, 4-on-4, and then a power play goal. But the big goal coming from Nicole Anderson, this is a big momentum grabber to get her first CWHL goal in her career.
It is, and it definitely shifted the momentum for the Blades heading into the second period. They needed that momentum shift. Dom with some phenomenal saves in the first period.
Yeah, and highlighted by going to the splits to stop a shot on that last power play chance for the Thunder.
Would you say that was a SportsCenter top 10 save?
Listen, man, if we got good video of that, I totally agree. Dom ready to lead the Blades out once again. Teams will switch sides here for the second period, as Dom will assume the goal on our right, and Erica Howe will take the goal on our left. Blades still hunting for their first victory of the season. It would be their first win since defeating the Toronto Furies last January. They have not won a game in 33 tries.
They never give up, though.
This
never
is
say
true.
Die. Never say die attitude.
And that's the attitude you got to have. And listen, we've seen teams go in winless seasons in our lifetime. We've seen it twice in the NFL. It's tough to go winless in any other sport because there are so many games.
Right.
But in the shorter seasons like we have here in the CWHL, I have yet to go into in-depth research on this, but I don't believe any team has ever gone winless in league history.
I don't believe so.
I mean, again, I'll have that in-depth later, I guess, but right now we have something to focus on, and that is another 20 minutes of hockey as we get set to start the second period of action. Former Blades Melissa Bizzari and Kelly Kittredge are both taking in tonight's action as fans here in Worcester. Officials are ready, as Bach gets set to take the face-off against Megan Myers. Push back, and let's have 20 more minutes of fun here on this Sunday afternoon. Right at the red line for Bozak. Down low, bump set for Bach. Bach, a little bit of daylight for her, slides one across. Another split save for Lauren Dom. 1 is good, 2 is better.
How about 3?
I'd rather it not have to come to that, if you don't mind.
That's true.
It's one of those things that I love watching a split save happen, but I don't want to see it too much.
Right.
All right, anyway, Stacy right at the red line. Stacy broken up there by Morgan Turner. 40 seconds gone by in the second period of action. Atkinson surveys and broken up here by Fortino. 2-on-1 with Turner and Goldberg. Turner to pass. Goldberg the shot. Save made. Rebound. Megan Turner shot. And it skips wide. Puck was bouncing. Didn't have a clean look at it.
Nice shot from Megan Turner there. Morgan Turner there.
Now you're screwing up the Turners.
I know.
It's all right. Zips by Goldberg, now down to Morgan Turner. Flip it for Megan Turner. They'll switch spots. Sticklift gets Fortino out of the play. Bump set in the slot, and Myers could not get that one all the way to the cage. Jenna McParland, toe drag and shot. Dom the glove save. And a halt of play in 18:36 to go. Heavy metal hockey.
It seems like each save for Lauren Dom just gets more and more spectacular.
That's been her calling card her entire CWHL career with the Blades. Played her college hockey at Clarkson. Was part of that program's first trip to the NCAA tournament in 2010. Anderson, the goal scorer for the Blades, breaks up a pass. Barbara retrieves the loose biscuit. 18:20 to go. Right at the red line, the attack is stalled. LaRock sends one in, and Dom able to tee it up. Caitlin Sperling, a backhand, intercepted by Becca King. 18 minutes to go, second period. Anderson whiffs on her backhand. It gets to Reagan Greaves anyway, who shovel passes it in. Barbara skating away, now Turner, right to Greaves. Greaves, a stick lift, trying to keep it alive. They do so. Demi Crossman comes off the bench in support. Crossman couldn't stick lift Richards, and Miller will give chase on this errant pass. Intended for Elish Forfar. Forfar able to break up the attack on the first try. Williams and Miller cannot get it out. Miller, harassed by Jones, finds the way to Williams. Jones has the disc now. Pulls up and looks for her options. Matucci at the back line, a shot well wide. Good redirect for Costa. 3 minutes or so gone by here in the second period. Broken up, now Jones after the Thunder tag up. Here once again, Crossman with some speed, has the right wing, a slap shot and blocker save. Combination for Howe. Costa. Right at the boards, Atkinson. 16:40 to go, second period. Costa and both officials have this one called. Howe racing to the bench, extra attacker not gonna get on in time, as that'll be a holding call on the Blades. A fourth trip to the power play, as Atkinson again will take a seat. 16:32 to go, second period. The Blades are down by a player for the fourth time today. They trail 2-1. Markham has already tallied on one of these power play chances. Right out in front, Rattray, and a paddle down save for Dom. Goldberg able to get it out. Bach, Thunder tag up, they're back onside.
It's been a penalty-filled affair today, Max.
This is true. Held along the boards. Bach waiting to set up in the middle of the ice. Bozek interchanged with Jones. Bozek drives, blocked on the way there. Rattray, now Bach can't set up Jones. 15:47 to go. Second period of action, a minute 10 to go on the power play. Pass just tipped by Rebecca Fleming, never got cleanly through. Fortino finds Bozak. Across for Bach, cutting in. Bach around a defender, shot on, and a prevention of the early hat trick. Bozak for Bach, who has both goals for the Thunder. Bozak fakes the drive. Bozak now drives, and that one is kicked aside. Dom has this one underneath her glove, and that will cover it up. 44 seconds left on the power play. Markham this season on the power play, they have 17 goals on, this is now their 83rd chance. Face off to the glove hand side, and Markham wins possession. Barbara, as the pass escapes the zone, and with 15 minutes to go in the second period, they must retry to enter. They do so on the right wing side. Jones around the boards. Williams and Anderson bottle up the attack. There's a loose glove right in front of the Markham bench. Broken up by Anderson. The Thunder are able to clear the glove away before it becomes a factor in play. That was nearly a problem. Is it interference? Or I don't know if that's a penalty or not, actually. I'm not sure if that's ever happened, if someone drops something from the bench, shot kicked aside by Dom as the power play fizzles out. But if something gets dropped from the bench and then becomes a factor in play.
You could just call that a yard sale if you want.
And tip in front, Dom doesn't have her stick. Blades can't clear it. Puck is loose. Right behind the cage, Morgan Turner escapes with it. Dom recovers her equipment. Turner, hard slap, couldn't reach the puck. Kickham, trying to catch the Thunder changing. Right at the blue line, the Blades were onside on the play, but it's broken up again. Forfar looking for the puck. It's going to escape out of the room of any shooting lanes. Wallace-Chuck. Down low again. King couldn't connect with Forfar. Now Gribbins takes a spill. King cutting to the middle and her shooting lanes are all taken away. Greaves and Kickham diving to prevent the play. Morgan Turner doesn't have a stick. Three-car pile up. Turner unable to do a whole lot with it. And since she didn't have a stick, she couldn't clear. And a quick shot, the Thunder have their third goal. That is unfortunate.
Yes, it is.
Myers with a shove right off the face-off. Brown, her second, and a hard hit again. This one's going to be called by the back official this time. Now the Blades will go one to the good. Penalty on Jess Jones, as she'll have a seat. So now a power play chance for Worcester. Today they are 0 for 1. They have 4 power play goals total on the season. Going to be quite a way to grab the momentum right back. Blades trail by 2 once again. Myers sent out. Crossman coming in. And a win for Richards off the faceoff. Bounce is kind of funny off the glass. Blades are the benefactors of it. Myers takes a hard slash. Now Williams. For Miller, tip right on. And Caitlin Sperling nearly fooling Erica Howe. Bouncing in front, Myers jabbing away at it, so is Sperling. And things are getting chippy. Crossman taking a hard shot from Fortino.
This is going to be Montreal all over again.
I hope not.
So do I.
We're referencing a home game between Worcester and Montreal back on November 18th of last calendar year, this season. And the third period devolved into an actual fisticuffs fights, resulted in in a few misconduct penalties. But already the shoves are coming out here in the second, so we're on pace for it. But
let's hope it doesn't come to that.
I genuinely hope it doesn't happen. And now Crossman shoved by Richards. This time she'll get called for it.
We're gonna have a 5-on-3 here.
Yeah, and for a full 91 seconds. As Richards is escorted to the box. 91 seconds with 5 women on the ice for Worcester and 3 for the Thunder. Fortino, Stacy, and Bozak, the 3 out for head coach Jim Jackson. And Worcester is going to call their timeout. Paul Kennedy and company sensing perhaps that this could be their chance here in this game. And he's even calling for the music to be turned down so he can talk to his team a little easier. All right, let's have a little role play action. You are head coach Paul Kennedy right now. What are you telling your power play unit?
We've got to get traffic in front of the net here and block the goalie's view so we can rip one past.
Now, by contrast, you are now head coach Jim Jackson of the Markham Thunder. What are you telling your 3 penalty killers?
They need to clear the zone almost immediately to avoid an automatic shot here for the Blades.
12:36 to go, second period of action. Worcester spends their time out here.
Would you dare put Chelsea Goldberg out on this 5-on-3 if you were Paul Kennedy?
Maybe on the second unit, but right now she's not out there. Miller waits. Miller for Williams. Williams right on. Myers, she scores! Megan Myers. 3-2 and a near full power play coming up.
That was a huge goal for Megan Myers right there.
And what did you say? Traffic in front, rebound control.
You can't stop what you can't see, Max.
And that one, you can't stop what you can't react to either.
Right. That was huge. Huge goal right there.
Second unit out again. Turner, Greaves, and Anderson are the forwards. Still Miller and Williams on defense. The win of the faceoff splits the D. That negates one of the power plays, but Megan Myers gets on the board to bring Worcester back within one.
Is that their 5th power play goal on 57 chances?
Yes, it is. Pass out of the reach of the Blades. Bozak right around the boards, held by Nicole Anderson, who has a goal also in today's contest. Atkinson for Greaves. For Williams at the back line, tipped on the way by Turner. It ends up in the equipment of Bozak, and Stacy is able to bounce it free. Atkinson for Greaves. Worcester swoops back in. Turner for Atkinson. Wind and fire, pop up, and a nice catch from Erica Howe. Leaning back to rob that one. Almost looking like an outfielder in baseball to lean over the wall and catch it. Sorry, I'm exchanging looks with one of the Worcester writers, Zach Bomberger, who all season at home he's been hoping for a second period goal here just so that he can see the whole thing. Well, and he finally got it. I told him in the intermission I had a feeling, and that feeling ended up becoming true. 47 seconds left of power play time. And what started as a 5-on-3 ended up with 1 goal. Blades looking to tie this game.
They've got to keep the pressure on Erica Howe here.
Goldberg spins one in. Howe cycles it around. Gribbins will hammer it all the way down the ice. And on edge, it will roll to Dom, who comes out of her crease to play it. 11 minutes to go, second period. A 3-2 game now. Goals in the frame from Brown, Nicole that is, and Bach swoops by a hit from Atkinson. That could have been disastrous. Rattray unable to get this one cleanly. 2-on-2 the other way. Sperling, wind and fire, and a save for Howe, and that will do it for the penalty.
You sense a little frustration here coming from Markham.
I'm sensing frustration all over the ice.
Yes.
Like we saw it with the crowd around Howe a couple minutes ago, with both teams getting into shoving matches, and off the next face-off, Markham puts themselves down by 2 women, and it results in the Blades being down by just 1.
Markham can't afford to keep going to the penalty box like this if they want to win this game.
Markham is more disciplined than their opponents. They've taken about 10 minor penalties fewer all in the season. Rattray for Jones, high shot. Easy glove save for Lauren Dom. It's been tough for Lauren Dom to get playing time this season with 4 goaltenders on the active roster. But Dom playing the way she normally does in her special style. Myers winning the face-off, bounces it off the cage. Williams finds Sperling. They'll get it out of the zone where Bozak sends it in. Thunder were offside, they tag up. Halfway through the game, as Miller gets around the net. Miller now 4 abreast here through center. Myers, right along the wall, Sperling. Miller recovers herself on the face-off dot. Crossman cutting to the middle of the ice, losing control as she tried to shift to her forehand.
Bodies are flying all over the place right now.
And Bach now flying up the wing. Victoria Bach cutting in the middle, and Bozak couldn't field it cleanly. Now Stacy, a drive is blocked. This one is sent all the way down. It will land right onto Erica Howe's blade. No icing, the Blades can change. Great accuracy from all the way in the other side of the ice.
Very true.
Cleared in again. Blades come back in. Megan Greaves over skates. Turner's got it. Right on net, Greaves. And a save made for Howe. Brown scoops up the rebound. Morgan Turner has a new stick. And she's able to use it to cut off Wallace-Chuck. Wallace-Chuck down to her knees, can't keep control of the puck. Greaves takes a spill. No arms are raised, we play on. Costa. Cutting in. Can't get by Harris. Shot, windmill save for Lauren Dahm, to the delight of the Worcester faithful. .8:39 left in the second in a one-goal game. Face off to the back wall for Worcester. Back out top for LaRock. And falling a defender, that one hit the back of the leg for Megan Turner. She gets right up and is backing on the attack. Goldberg holds her attack, able to get back on side. Goldberg tipped one on, kick save for Howe. The rebound is handled by LaRock. Blades use the chance to get a few new forwards out there. McParlin carries it in backward for Richards. Richards, and she's cleaned out of there, but this one will go all the way down for icing. Myers coming close to beating out Matucci within a few body lengths. Under 8 to play, second period of action. Reminder, our final weekend of broadcasts will be in 2 weeks against Les Canadiens de Montreal, the second place team in the CWHL. In a big series this weekend with the Calgary Inferno. Yesterday's matchup was quite entertaining if you were able to watch it on the CWHL. Stacy coming in 3-on-1. Stacy to the middle of the ice. Another split save. They score though, they shove it in.
Wow.
And now a shoving match coming up here. Watch out, everybody. I think the Blades are taking exception to Dom in a vulnerable position being poked at. The goal looks like it's going to stand. Markham celebrates. And the referees going into conference with each other. I think the Blades have a legitimate case here for the goaltender being pushed. Now this is an interesting moment here. Trainer going out to tend to Lauren Dahm as she is up on her skates, but I'm going to keep this camera trained on the officials for right now, because if they make the signal that it's a washout, as Aaron Kickham, the alternate captain, will get an explanation. And Kickham does not look happy with the explanation she is being given.
Things are starting to bubble over here.
Yeah. If the goal stands, it's 4-2 Markham with 7:41 to go in the second, as Kickham and now Myers joining the fray, just trying to hear the explanation from the official and plead their case that Dom was shoved. By the rules of just about everything in hockey, you're not allowed to shove the goaltender and have it result in a goal. And now head coach Paul Kennedy will get the explanation next. Dom is tended to and she is okay to continue the game. We apologize about the focus on the camera, with the netting in front of us a little hard to auto adjust. Goal stands. Wow.
That's a stinger.
Yeah, that's a great word for it. Rattray finishes the play right in front for Crossman. Crossman keeping control of the puck. Crossman shot on, and Fortino delivers a short shove. Myers to the back for Williams, a chance on, and a save for Howe. Bozek now with 7:15 to go and a renewed 2-goal advantage for the visitors from Markham, Ontario. Rattray, the most recent goal scorer, out in front. Dom, another wild stab at it, and is able to break up the play. Bach, she scores. That's 3.
Hat trick.
7 minutes even to go, and Bach finishes with the hat trick, the second hat trick of the weekend for a Markham Thunder skater. And Mariah Fujimagari is coming in to relieve Lauren Dom. Not a whole lot Lauren Dom could do about the last couple of goals. One, she was lying prone in the splits after making a save. The puck managed to squirt free. In each of the other goals, Victoria Bach has just beaten her clean. Anderson with some room. Howe makes the save on a weak wrister. Greaves can't get it to the front. Now Turner back behind the net, and Greaves shoved from behind. Back official has the call. Cross-checking is the signal. Off for the penalty is Becca King, as Greaves was on her knees when she was shoved. And especially from behind, lying in a prone position like that, got to keep the player safe.
You can sense this is going to boil over eventually if it keeps up.
I've got a funny feeling if there's a net mouth scramble for either team and one person does anything even remotely to the line of the code or the rules, this could devolve into a Montreal scenario. Morgan Turner, coast to coast. Gets it in onside. Now leaves it off for Megan Turner. And pass was broken up. The puck is still loose. They're shoving at Howe now. And cooler heads prevail on this moment.
This is quite the chippy affair today, if I do say so.
Yeah. It's developing that way for sure. Crossman on her strong side will take the face off.
You can only take so much as a team before your frustration finally boils over.
Miller, Williams, they're able to keep it in. Myers hammers one right to the slot. She follows her own shot, bounce on toward the net, and that nearly resulted in a fluke goal. The Blades definitely would have taken it. A minute 13 to go. Costa with a lot of room and scoring on the first shot against Fujimagari. That is just Megan Costa's skill. So the Thunder have now tallied a 4-on-4 goal, a 5-on-5 goal, a power play goal, and a shorthanded goal as a team. All they're missing is an empty net goal. Jocelyn Larocque zings one by everyone all the way down the ice. Under 60 to play now as that last goal took the air out of the balloon for Worcester. Out of the zone again. Atkinson. Now Forfar giving her plenty of trouble. Atkinson holding her up, and that'll be a penalty. Arms raised up, and that will short circuit the Blades power play. As Atkinson, her third minor of the day, and she will take a seat. Five minutes and 5 seconds to go, second period. Markham already with 6 tallies on the day, one short of their total from yesterday. Little 4-on-4 action. And Turner is sent out. Harris. Backline for Barbara. Cutting all the way across LaRock. Dekes out Fuji-Magari and scores. Well, LaRock looking more like a forward with those moves. And we've hit don't celebrate the goals territory as they don't even go through the handshake line down the bench. There are still 24 minutes and 52 seconds left in today's contest. And it is 7-2. This was 4-2 a few minutes ago.
The wheels are starting to fall off here for the Blades.
Fleming out for Turner, a shot blockered away by Howe. McParland zooming past 3 defenders with it. Penalty over, King comes out for a quick change. McParland right on, never got the shot through. Worcester now on the penalty kill. Richards stapling battle with Williams. Now Barbara waits. Barbara still. 60 seconds left in the woman advantage. Bozak. Switch to the side. And Turner breaking up the pass. Fleming has it. Will lift it out. Bozak with a nice catch to keep Markham on the attack. Turner coming off on the long change. Webster down low for Stacy. Stacy cutting in and a save for Fuji-Magari. Out ahead and all the way down. Howe stops it right at the goal line. Bozak. Bach bump set. Stacy return pass. Bach already has 3 of the 7 today for the Thunder. Out in front, Stacy, she sent it wide. 3:20 to go. Blue line for Bozak. Now for Fortino. Bach waits and fires. Save, rebound chance is cleared out by the Blades to kill off this woman advantage. Bozak on a controlled breakout in her own end. Under 3 to play now in the second period. I'm Max Walpuff. Jeremy Johnson is beside me. And today's game was looking competitive until about 6 minutes ago. Rattray tried to find Stacy and could not connect. Rattray able to break up Megan Turner from getting out of the zone. Bach looking for Stacy, and she scores. 8-2. Cleared in, and Matucci chases with Caitlin Sperling. Jones broken up by Crossman on the first try. Matucci again off the boards and out. Hard collision with Gribbins and a hand pass ruled. Faceoff will come back into the Worcester offensive end. 2:22 even to go in the second. An 8-2 lead, you are reading that correct, for the Markham Thunder.
Blades have been able to score 1 more goal today than they did yesterday, which is a positive on their end.
Tip on net, and Myers diving for it, couldn't finish it. Blades aren't giving up hope just yet. Matucci over skates. Myers keeps the clearance bid. King can't get it out. Crossman. Now Myers looking for the return to Sperling. King, right to Turner. Now Kickham finds Caitlin Sperling again. She whiffs on her pass. And now Matucci with it. Out and over the head of King. No Thunder player touched it. It'll be icing with 1:40 to go in the second period. I reiterate, this game was competitive until
About 7 minutes
until
ago.
the shove-in goal for the fourth. When Markham went back up by 2 again, 4-2, it's just been the Avalanche since. High tip from Turner. Atkinson able to get control for Greaves. Now Anderson looking for Turner. Instead, it's turned over to Rapace. Rapace, one of the few rookies on this team for the Thunder. And Atkinson, now Greaves a wild swing and a miss. Anderson sends one high. Final 70 seconds of action in the second period. Flip up, Blades able to keep it in with Atkinson's kick. Greaves looking for a passing option. Morgan Turner whiffing as it goes between her legs. Williams fresh off the bench, cutting off Gribbins and her chance toward the net. Tripping call coming here against Worcester. Morgan Turner knew it right away and will go to the box without any protest. So barring another goal for the Thunder, which is not out of the realm of possibility, this power play will carry over to the next period. Nicole Brown taking off both of her gloves and her stick to readjust her helmet. And she'll end up getting changed off the ice anyway. Wallace-Chuck. A 6-goal lead opened up here for the Thunder as they enter the final 40 seconds of play. Now Goldberg. Blades getting aggressive here on this penalty kill as they follow their clearance in. Howe for Jones. McParland loses control right at the blue line, and Goldberg sends it onto the tape of Wallace-Chuck. A couple of Beanpot foes. Goldberg went to Northeastern. Wallace-Chuck at Boston University. The women's tournament opens this Tuesday at Harvard. Shot blocked on the way. Right to the center, final 7 seconds. Wallace-Chuck right on, blocked by Fleming. She's gonna need an ice bath after this one with the amount of blocks she's had. And across for McParland. Couldn't settle it down before time expires. I will reiterate what I've been saying. This game was competitive until the fourth goal for the Thunder. And from there, the Avalanche was on.
I think if you're the Blades, you got to go into the locker room, shake off what happened in the second period, and get back out there for the third and not let Markham get in your heads up by 6.
8-2 lead. We'll be right back for the third period of action. You're listening on Worcester Blades YouTube. Welcome back to the ice. Worcester Ice Center is the destination of today's game, and a few minutes separate us from the start of the third period. Double J Jeremy Johnson was just down there checking out the scene, and Jeremy, it's getting chippy down there, and this is extending from the ice to the locker room area.
There's a lot of chirping going on between both benches right now. I don't think we've seen the last of the line brawls, the
physical stuff.
The extracurricular activities, if you will.
Yes, for sure. We probably haven't seen the last of it. We still have 20 minutes to play as Fuji McGarry will again lead the Blades out of the locker room to start, down 8-2 here as we begin the third period.
It's never a good feeling as a goaltender when your coach pulls you for the backup.
Yes, you're correct, and it's also not good as the backup goaltender come in and allow the first shot you see to go in, which, granted, it was a great shot, but it doesn't help that now you're in a deeper deficit than when you came in.
Right.
So Fuji McGarry cuts up her crease.
The smiles on these girls' faces I'm seeing right now look deceiving, Max.
They are going to keep Erica Howe in the net.
Mariah Fuji McGarry back out for the third period of action.
Well, there are 20 minutes left to be played. And whoever says women's hockey can't get rough, I invite you to watch the next 20 minutes because I've got a funny feeling this might get weird.
We definitely haven't seen the end of it yet, Max.
I don't think we have, but Worcester will begin the third period on the penalty kill. Face-off won by Markham. Now Hickey for Myers. Myers and Fleming will charge up ice with it on the kill. And a high chest save for Howe. 19:48 to go now in the third period.
Seems like once you mess with the other team's goaltender, it's on from there.
Myers on the face-off once more. And it's pushed back behind the goal line of Markham. 60 seconds gone by in the woman advantage that extends from the second period. Broken up here again by Myers. The hand pass, they rule it tipped by Markham, so no stoppage in play here as Bozak sends it back to be played again. The Thunder carry it all the way around McParland. To the back, Bozak. Fortino. Now Bozak once more, wind and fire. Tipped wide by Richards, save made by Fuji McGarry, and the rebound to Fortino. Final 23 seconds of the power play. Bozak wind up, post, stayed out.
Wrung that one off the crossbar.
McParland fires into the leg of Lauren Williams. That one hurt. Final 5 seconds of power play time. McParland right at the blue line, scoops around. Fortino, penalty expires, back to full strength. Bozak all the way for Fortino, missing the pass. Shannon Hickey will scoop it, and Morgan Turner, and they'll rule that Bozak could have touched it before it reached icing length, so no icing the Blades. Thankfully for them, a chance to change. Atkinson, and now Kickham goes after it. Kickham in yesterday's contest becoming the longest tenured Blade as far as games played.
93 straight, right, Max?
Well, 93, not consecutive. She has missed just 4 in her 4-season career with the Blades.
So she could reach 100 games this season, right?
Yes, there are 6 games left. Today is 93, and if my math is right, 100 will be the season's end. And Becca King unable to finish that play. Atkinson up ahead of the red line and hammered in behind Erica Howe. An 8-2 affair from Worcester. Turner can't keep control for Farr, leaving it off for King. King will dump it in. Fuji McGarry watches it go by as Megan Greaves will be the first one to it. Pass to Turner. Cross ice for Anderson. Anderson with a goal already today. Her first professional goal. Greaves. Drop pass and shot wide. 17-17 to go in the third period. Brown. Now Anderson with the pickpocket. Cole Anderson able to spin this one deep. 17 minutes even to go, third period of action. A 6-goal lead for the Markham Thunder. Myers through the slot, nobody home. Caitlin Sperling first to it. Now Demi Crossman. Waiting for something to develop, right on for Howe to make the save. Myers, the backhand pass. Pass for Crossman, broken up. Miller, under a couple of Thunder blades. Right at the blue line for Costa. Pass out of the reach of everybody, and linesman will call it icing. 16:23 to go. And so far in this period, everybody's been moderately well behaved.
So far.
I mean, it's going to take one spark to like that match. Matucci off the face-off win for the Thunder. Rink-wide pass for Costa. She's able to break in around Miller. Morgan Turner with the swipe. Gathering speed as she moves around, losing control of the puck. Rattray. Blocked by Miller. Stacy couldn't pass it to Rattray. Rattray will just grab it from the pile. 15:50 to go now. Bach cutting to the slot. Across for Stacy, right on for Rattray. No tip on the way. Goldberg for Turner. And broken up here trying to spring Megan Turner. Blades were offside as Megan Turner had her speed carry her in before the puck. Kick 'em. Spun below the goal line. Bach. And now Stacy getting around Kickham, spills it right for Atkinson. Megan Greaves trying to catch the Thunder changing. Anderson for Kickham, a drive, shot blocked in front before it reached Howe. Webster loses control, ends up on the stick of Fortino. Webster turnaround shot, pop up, and it stays in play. Now Greaves. At the wall again, Anderson, glove to stick, and a shot on a save for Erica Howe. She opts to squeeze and stop play. This one's on me. I apologize for not pointing out the record-breaking game for Kickham yesterday. There isn't a centralized stats department here. It's just me and EliteProspects.com. So I neglected to look at the career games played to see if Kickham was going to beat the record this weekend, and I should have.
We'll forgive you this time, Max.
This time.
Don't let it happen again.
This is true. Harris unable to hold Markham at bay. Crossman hammers one down. Now for Howe. Fortino. Right at the blue line, broken up by a charging Sperling. Megan, off the boards, finds her sister Caitlin. Myers, and the puck ends up right in the body of Megan Sperling. Spun around now, Alexis Miller. Two-line pass for Goldberg. 13:50 to go in the third period of action. Just a few stops here in this contest in the third. Myers dives into the bench to avoid the too many women call. And it looks like she may have gotten hurt in the process. Courtney Turner and Megan Greaves checking on her. She ain't giving up just yet. Gribbins misses the shot for far, can't get the wraparound. Kick save for Fujimagari, out of the reach of Gribbins for the rebound. Turner for Miller. Up to the blue line for Anderson. Anderson cutting into the right. Anderson trying to do it to her forehand, can't do it. Jocelyn Larocque on patrol. Kickham drive, fired right into the blocker on the legs of Howe. Gribbins lifts one down. Fuji-McGarry will tee it up for Erin Kickham. In just her 4th season with the Blades, started play back in 2015-16. The Boston College graduate, as Kickham loses control. Now Costa, 2-on-1 with Brown. Costa opts to shoot, rings the post again. That one didn't have as fine a ring as the last one, but Markham inches away from being up 9-2. Brown across, wind and fire off the glove of Fuji-McGarry on the bid from Jones. Poked down by Jones, Kickham will give chase. Off the boards, now for Crossman. Greaves, all the way down. She will not win this race for icing against Alexis Wallaschuk. Wallaschuk BU, Greaves Boston College. Both Beanpot schools. The Terriers will be taking on Northeastern in the first round at Harvard. Harvard will be playing Boston College on Tuesday at the Bright Landry Center in Cambridge, Massachusetts. .11:43 to go. Kickham off the glass and unable to get it out. Now Goldberg, 2-on-1. Morgan Turner joining the play. Chelsea Goldberg wind and fire, kick save. Turner had her stick lifted by the back checker, unable to get it down for another shot. Harris whiffs on the forecheck here with Victoria Bach. Bach cutting into the slot, save made, rebound save again. Stacy and Fuji-McGarry pounces on it to stop play. 11:18 to go. Fast-moving third period. Limited stoppages for either team. Face-off down below us here. Myers losing to Richards, shot right on. And Fuji-McGarry yet another save. Made over 40 of those in yesterday's contest, as Worcester gave up their 1,000th shot on the season.
1,000 shots?
Yeah, 1,007 coming into today's contest, given up by the Blades. Granted, I calculate that by hand, so take that for what it's worth. Just like most of the stats I have on my stat sheet, just about everything's hand calculated. Crossman, nice job crossing up a few defenders. Harris couldn't get to connect with the pass. Caitlin Sperling looking for Crossman. Now Myers a shot just wide of the far post. Had a look at it for her second of the day, unable to finish. Webster off her skates, broken up on the entry. Webster pokes one down and she'll skate to the bench for a dutiful change of players. Miller holds. Deadened pass finds its way to Courtney Turner. Turner to center of the ice, right on, misses, rebound chance, rebound for Anderson, she scores! Nicole Anderson, her second of the day. Anderson, the second of her career, her second today, and a good finish that time.
Could there be a hat trick on the horizon, Max?
I mean, hey, she's got two.
Anything's possible.
A lot of things are possible today. Flipped down by Fortino ahead of Williams. Williams, whose first professional goal came in the All-Star game a few weeks ago. Now Williams once more. Ahead for Greaves. Greaves, and a high save, rebound chance. Miller unable to finish at home. 9:35 to go, 8-3 the score. Miller's got it once more. Kickham finds Turner. Miller coming off for a change. Megan Turner will cut in offside. They rule Morgan Turner had her back skate lifted. With 9:25 to go, it's now a 5-goal lead for the Thunder. Catchy tune, I know. Game started back up again. LaRock finds Wallace-Chuck. So the red line for Brown. They carry it in onside. Kickham thought about the forehand smash, opted to go with a backhand pass. Goldberg off a defender, and it barely gets out of the zone. Good spot by the lineswoman on the opposite side of the ice. Thunder tag up, they're back on side. Short 2-on-1 here developing. Fujimagari never got a chance to save it. It was blocked before it reached her. Turner, now for Wallace-Chuck on the way. Fujimagari tried to stick it up into the netting, missed, but it stayed underneath her, and she covered to stop play. Markham well on their way to getting their 12th victory of the season to move into a temporary tie with Shenzhen for 27 points for the 3rd spot in the playoffs. Worcester on their way to their 22nd loss this season and their 33rd in a row.
34th.
34th, right. 33rd was yesterday. I lose track sometimes when tracking a streak like this. 8:26 to play in the 3rd period of action, separating us from a final decision. Bach up ahead for Rattray. Stacy and Bach crashing toward the net. Good back check by Myers to take the puck away. And a penalty coming up. Slashing is the call. Megan Sperling.
The guilty party.
Did you see that? Because I was too busy focusing on Myers with the back check. So I might have missed it.
I also missed it. So.
Oh, darn. We had 4 eyes up here and none of us saw it.
6 eyes.
I have glasses. Oh, come on. That's Jeremy Johnson, Double J, everybody. I'm Max Walpuff. Block from Miller on the bid from Mapache. Matucci just able to keep it at the line. 1:45 to go. I'm amazed you went with that low blow. There are a lot of other things you could point out about me.
Shot stopped by Fujimagari again. Wow.
True. Hickey able to fish out the rebound, and Anderson held in by Matucci again.
That was kind of a low blow, Max. Sorry about that.
A little bit, but nah. It's true that I wear glasses, but 4 eyes? Come on, that's such an old joke. Stacy for Bach. 1:20 to go in the penalty. Apache will head after it right along the goal line. Rattray couldn't spin it on net. Rattray down below the line. 63 seconds left in the penalty. For slashing, Bach right across, kick save Fujimagari. Rebound chance all the way out for Matucci across the crease. And a free clearance here as it rides the railing all the way down. Richards waits. Bozak. Missed pass fielded by Goldberg. And ahead for Megan Turner. McParland. Now 30 seconds left in the woman advantage. McParland stopped up right at the red line, and Megan Turner gets it deep behind Howe. Final 17 seconds of action in the penalty. 6:25 to go in the game.
It's been a pretty wide open 3rd period here.
Courtney Turner holds and lost control looking for a pass. Now a 2, maybe 3-on-1 developing here. McParland across for Fortino. Defended well by Lauren Williams, and the Blades avoid the disaster. To the back line, Bozak. Up ahead, a shot, wrist, rebound, slid behind Fujimagari. And Forfar unable to finish it. Greaves with Myers now 2-on-1. Bozek is back. Greaves pass and defended well by Bozek. So now 2 odd women rushes and 2 well done jobs by the 1 player back. Out of the reach of Gribbins, and Shannon Hickey gets this one to central ice. Greaves and Myers taken down, nobody calling that one. Crossman sent crashing into Howe. Crossman still in the blue paint, arguing about it, and Howe makes a save in the process on Miller. And puck played by a high stick, so we'll stop play. Five minutes and 15 seconds remain in today's contest, an 8-3 lead for the Thunder. Turner wins a faceoff for Harris. Harris carrying it in herself. Down below the goal line, and 5 minutes left. Jones. Jones carrying it over. Costa crashing, Jones to the middle of the ice. Brown, shake and bake, 3 posts in a period for the Thunder. Wow. Turner, right on net and just over the head of Howe. She went to stab for it, couldn't get it. Jones once again, cutting in with Brown. High shot rises into the safety netting and out of play. Okay, Jeremy, you've watched probably more hockey than I have. What's your record for posts hit by one team in a period in games that you've seen? Because mine was 2 until just now.
Mine was 1 until today, so.
Oh, really?
No rest for the wicked here.
Absolutely. Goaltender's best friend, keeping the Thunder to single digits. Turner couldn't win that face-off forward. Bach crashing in with Rattray, and a chest save for Fujimagari. Victoria Bach already with a hat trick today. Nicole Anderson on the left wing for the Blades with 2 of her own. Wallace-Chuck finds her former teammate Bach, from BU that is. After it, Kickham, now Greaves. Anderson, bump set pass for Turner, and 2-on-1 the other way. Coming all the way back for it though is Stacy to break up the play. Greaves for Atkinson, it bounces over her stick, and Jones picks off the pass, 2-on-0 with Rattray, pass, Rattray slides it across. They try to hit Bach for 4, and 1 too many passes. Greaves in against everybody, and is able to allow the Blades to change behind the play. The Thunder did that yesterday as well, opting to pass too many times on 2-on-0 rushes, and results in nothing. .320 to go, third period. Settled by Miller. Harris and McParland spar at the blue line. Back for Alexis Miller. Williams. Right at the red line now, Crossman. Into the offensive end, the Thunder are quickly right back out. Webster. McParland broken up for her. Richards, shake and bake through the left side. Williams, a good poke check. McParland, all the way across for Bozak. Richards, now Webster. Williams takes it away and takes the center of the ice on her pass out. Crossman on the red line, she'll throw it in. And tired on this play as the Blades offside. Sperling tags up. 2:22 left in the third period. Goldberg pouncing on the poke-checked puck. Goldberg right at the blue line, she stopped up. Morgan Turner past her, also past Megan Turner. And the Thunder carry it back. Forfar able to win that battle. Megan Sperling with it. Off the boards, Morgan Turner cut off by Kelly Gribbins. Forfar behind the net, looking to pass it in front, and it pops out in the crease. Vuja McGarry gets on top of it. Minute 53 to go in the third. The Blades have the only strike of the period. So that's something.
They have scored 2 more than yesterday, so there's definitely progress being made.
And especially considering in last season, I mean, last season being what it was with just the 1 win, but during the second game of back-to-backs, they were notoriously worse in just about every offensive category. Greaves taking it away. Anderson trying to set up shop out in front, looking for her 3rd of the day. But today, bucking the trend and scoring more goals today than they did yesterday. 1:20 to play, 3rd period. Costa swims around Atkinson, Courtney Turner in support. For Kickham. Not the longest tenured Blade as far as seasons played. That honor is reserved for Megan Myers as Greaves was shoved offside. 64 seconds left. The Blades have cut the deficit from 6 to 5 in this period. Blades lost their chance to change. Wallace-Chuck now at the line. Now Kickham is going to race to the bench as they try to get Miller and Williams on. Jones carrying over. It's Miller and Atkinson as they only get 1 tire changed on that crew. Costa all the way across Wallace-Chuck. Blast of a shot deadened on the way. Costa now to the back, LaRocca chance. She scores. Vuja McGarry never saw it as it came through, and it's 9-3. Interesting move here by Paul Kennedy. He's putting out Nicole Anderson, slotting as a defensewoman, trying to see if they can get her to set up for that 3rd goal with just 1 defender, Lauren Williams, on the ice. This is an interesting move. Williams across for Anderson. Megan Turner carrying it over with Morgan Turner, missing the connection with Chelsea Goldberg. Anderson is out of her reach, but the period will end. And a 9-3 scoreline is how the Blades will head to Calgary. So the Thunder end up getting that definitive strike to end the period. There was no funny business afterward, which is a good thing, I guess. But that will do it for the homestand for the Blades as they head to play the league-leading Calgary Inferno in their next contest. Vuja McGarry and LaRocque will lead the handshake line. Jeremy, I don't know about you, but that was just deflating.
Yeah, very deflating. Let's hope the Patriots can pick up a win tonight, though.
Oh yeah, the Super Bowl's happening today.
Yes.
Right. There's some big football game in Atlanta. I'm pretty sure you've heard about it.
Oh yeah.
All right. So now that we've had our jokes for the day, any final thoughts before we send the listeners on their way to their Super Bowl parties?
You know, Blades are really starting to improve, getting more shots on net. They had 3 goals today, which is a far improvement from. It's been an Achilles heel, I feel like, for the Blades this season to score goals. So hopefully this is a little morale booster for them, and they can go into Calgary with some momentum.
And the Blades will mob Nicole Anderson after saluting the crowd. Still a moment to celebrate for her, getting her first professional goal and her first professional multi-goal game. They couldn't finish it with the hat trick, but that is the way today ends. 9-3, the Thunder win it as they move further into cementing a playoff position. For Jeremy Johnson and for our entire technical and media crew here at the Worcester Blades, thank you for joining us. Enjoy your Sunday. We'll be back when the Blades take on Montreal. Good night.